Good morning, all of you. Today I'm going to start a new chapter in mathematics, that is statistics, or we can also call measures of central tendency. This is one of the easiest and simplest chapter where you have a chances of scoring maximum. So today let us start. Today is Friday and the date is 9th October 2020. If you look at the revised latest syllabus, this is statistics. Here you have got the basic concepts mean and median. So we have got basically three things that we have to find here, that is mean, median and mode. It is not a new topic which we have been discussing right from the earlier classes. So today I'm going to focus on mean. Okay, so how to calculate the mean. Now if you see here, mean is like finding the average value. The datas or the variables or the variates will be given to you, and this mean can be calculated by three different methods. The first method is called the direct method, so which I am going to write here. The first is the direct method. So in the direct method, what happens is you just have to multiply and find the total number of observations, and you have to divide by the number of observations. So in the second method, you have got a shortcut method which will reduce your time for the multiplication, and you can find the same answer in a shortcut way. And the third method is called the step deviation method. So without wasting much time here, because you don't need much explanation in this chapter, you just have to simplify or solve it here. So I'm going to take one example from the previous years, then we are going to find by the direct method the mean. So we are focusing on mean today. So there is one question here, it is given in this form. A class interval is given to you. It is in a tabular form, all right. Then you have a frequency here. Frequency is the number of times it is repeating. So we have got 84 into 90, then 90 into 96, then you have got 96 into 102, then you have got 102 into 108, then final you have got 108 into 114. Then you have got class mark. It is already frequency is given to you: 8, 12, 15, 10 and 5. So see, this is the question. Class interval is given here. It is given in the interval, the lower limit and the upper limit. This is the frequency table. So first thing is you have to construct the table in the vertical. So we write like this: class interval. Okay, then you draw it like this. Then in the second one, since it is a grouped data, that means it is from lower limit to upper limit, we leave the second column and take that as xi. The second column is left here. Why the second column is left here is because of the class interval which is grouped. See, it is given in a group. And in the third column, we'll write down the frequency. So this is quite simple. So in the first column, you write down all the class intervals that is mentioned here. So let us starting from the first class interval, 84 to 90, 90 to 96. Then you have got 96 to 102, 102 to 108. Then you have the final one, 108 to 114. Now this is known as the class mark xi, which will give you the single value. And how do you find the class mark? It is like a mid value. So you add the lower limit and the upper limit and divide by 2. So when you add this 84 plus 90, you will get 174, and when you divide by 174, you will get 87. So this class mark that you have found here, it is obtained by adding the two values and dividing by 2. In the same manner you have to do this, and let us find that. So it is, see that 93, then you add it, you will get 99, then you add it and divide by 2, you will get 210, that is half will be 105. If you divide this, you will get 222. Then 222 divide by 2, you will get 111. Okay, so this is the first step whenever you have a class interval. This you have to find the class mark, which is written as xi. Then frequency is already given here, so you just have to write it down, the value of the frequency is corresponding to the class interval. So it is given like this: 8, 12, 15, 10 and 5. So we are finding the mean here, mean of this given data by the direct method. So in the direct method, you just have to multiply these two now. So we write it like this: fi xi. Fi into xi in the third column gives the multiplication of these two. Now this is quite lengthy because it depends upon this number, and numbers are big. So after multiplying this 87 into 8, you get 8 64, 8 7 56, you will get 696. Similarly, you multiply this 93 into 12. After doing the multiplication, you will get 116. Multiply 99 into 15, 1485. This is quite now whatever time consuming. 105 into 10 is 1050. 111 into 5 is 5 into 5 into 5. So this is the first process, it is completed. So we are solving here by direct method. Okay, so now this is all what you do in the table. Now you have to add this. When you add this, it is called the summation, that is the total summation fi. This is the symbol for summation, which means addition. So when you add this frequency, you will get that 10, 15, 35 plus 20 plus 50 you will get. Okay, yes. So when you add it, you will get 50. 25, 30 plus 20 is 50. Okay, so in the same way, you have to add the summation fi xi. So summation fi xi means addition of all this. It is a big number. Since I have already added for you, so I'll just write it 4902. So the next step will be this: you just have to add the whole thing, all the data you have to add, and your summation fi means the total number of this data is 50. Now by direct method, in a direct method, the mean is given by x bar, because mean is the average value of this data, and the formula is summation fi xi divided by summation fi. So this is a formula for the direct method. All of you see that some x bar, this bar indicates the mean, equals to summation fi xi divided by summation fi. Please learn this formula. Now it is quite simple. Just substitute what you got. Your summation fi xi is 4902, and what is the summation fi you got? 50. So after dividing this, you will get the mean, which will come in the decimal point 98.04. So this will be your mean. So this is the first topic today. In the statistics, we have got 3 different heads: mean, median and mode. Today we are only focusing on how to find the mean of the given data. This type of questions will be there in ICSE. Then first method, we have learned direct method. So in the direct method, this is a group data which is called the class interval. Sometimes it will be continuous class interval, sometimes it will be non-continuous. In this case, it is continuous. So whenever it is continuous, the second column you have to keep it for xi, which is known as class mark. In the class mark, how to obtain the class mark? Add the two lower limit plus upper limit and divide by 2. This also, next you will get it in the same way. So I'll just show you, demonstrate this, how you got 93 here. See here, 90 plus 96 divided by 2. 9 plus 9, 18 by 2. So 2 9s are 18, 2 3s are 6. So you got 93 like this. Okay. So the formula for the direct method is very easy. You just have to find the mean summation fi xi divided by summation fi. Then whatever you have added, the total sum, and whatever is sum I, the total sum you have to divide. So all the direct method will be similar like this. Now I am going to teach you the next method, which is called the step deviation method. So first let me do the step deviation method. This will be very common. Shortcut method will not be used that much. So step deviation method is very important. So let us take the next method, which is called step deviation method. I will take one question which has come in ICSE. It has come in 2013 and 2006. I am going to write, find the mean of the following distribution by step deviation method. So it is given class interval. So let us write down the class interval in the tabular form. I am writing this directly. It is given 20 to 30 is the first class interval, 30 to 40, then you have got 40 to 50, 50 to 60, 60 to 70, then you have got 70 to 80. So there are altogether how many class interval? 1 2 3 4 5 6. If you see there, the next column should be what? You have to keep it for, yes, class mark xi, that is xi. Keep it like this because this has to be calculated. And third column you will keep it for frequency. In the question the frequency is already given to you. So what are the frequencies given? For the class in first interval 10, second it is given 6, third it is given 8, fourth 12, the fifth and the last class interval is frequency is 9. See, it is something like this. It will be given like this in this format. So class interval will be written like this. The frequency will be written in this manner, that is straight, horizontal manner. But now when you solve it, you have to make it in a tabular form like this. The second column I have left it blank, and we know how to find that. How do you find the first xi? Add this 2 and divide by 2. 20 plus 30, 50. 50 upon 2 is 25. 25. Then you go on adding, you will get 35. Then go on adding, you will get 45. You have to add and divide by 2. 55. You see there is a pattern is being followed there. That means it is increasing by 10. See. So that can be taken as a. Now this is different in the step deviation method. In case of the direct method, we had simply multiplied this 2 and found the third column. But here, since we are doing a step deviation method, so this third column is important. Here we'll give another term, that is ui. Ui is xi minus a divided by c. So this formula you have to remember. Let me explain this. What is this ui? So let me write here separately. Xi minus a upon c. Now xi, if you see here, xi is this value, we know 25, 35, this is xi. Now what is a? A is taken as the assumed mean. Assumed mean. So we will assume one value from xi only. Usually we will take the mid value. So the assumed mean here, we'll take it as 45. You can also take it as 55. So let us take it 45. So the value of a, you have to pick from this any one. So we have taken as 45. So a is what now? 45. Since these are not in the center, so we can take either 45 or 55. So but we have taken here 45. So a is 45 here. Now what is C? C is called the width of the class or the class size. So what is the class size? You see here 30 minus 20, 10. all the class size are same, so the value of C will be 10. Did you understand? This is your xi is, we have, this is the xi. A is the assumed mean, which is taken from here only one value, and what is C? It is the class size or the width of the class. Now let us find the first ui. See, let us take this formula xi. What is the first xi? 25. So we will substitute in the formula like this. Xi is, look at the first xi, 25. So put here 25 minus a, we have already taken a as 45, it is fixed, a is fixed now, upon c, we know it is 10. So first ui will become 25 minus 45 is minus 20 upon 10, so we will get minus 2. So what is the first value? It is minus 2. Now no need to find this value, you have to follow the sequence, the pattern. The number will go on increasing. So minus 2. So after minus 2, what will come? Minus 1. Like this, it goes on increasing. You just have to put on the value. After minus 1, 0. Then 1, 2, and 3. It will become like this. See, only this one you have to find by putting the value of xi as 25, a as 45 upon c as 10. So you have subtracted, it will always be negative. Then you have found the value, first is minus 2. Then no need to do anything, that's why it is a shortcut or the step deviation method. Then after minus 2, what comes? Minus 1, then 0. Check this 0. What is xi here? 45. See, 45 minus 45 is 0, so therefore you got a 0. Check this xi is 55. 55 minus 45. Since 55 is bigger, it is plus, so it will be 1, 2, 3. Okay, now you have a fourth column. In the fourth column, you have to multiply fi ui like this. So this and this you have to multiply. Now this multiplication becomes easy, yes or no? Because the numbers are very, very small. So that's why this is a shortcut method or a step deviation method. So let us multiply these two now. Fi into ui. See, now right, it's very, very easy. Minus 20 minus 6, 8 into 0 is 0, 12 1s are 12, 12 5s are 10, 9 3s are 27. Now let us find the sum. Okay, summation fi. Summation fi has to be added. You add this quickly, and how much will you get? Summation fi. Summation fi you will get as 50. This, add this, you will get 50. Now you add summation fi ui. Fi ui, this has to be added in two parts because these two are negative. So minus minus you add, it is minus 26. Yes or no? Then you add this section, all are plus. How much is this? 27 plus 10, it is 37, plus 12 is 49. Yes or no? Yes, 49. Now 49 minus 26, this has to be subtracted because there is minus 9. So 9 minus 6, 3, you get 23. Did you get 23? So see, summation fi ui you got 23, summation fi you got 50. Now what you do is, you have to use the formula. So by step deviation method, by step deviation method. So let us write down the formula. What is the formula by the step deviation method? We have just learned the direct formula. So the step deviation method is a plus c into summation fi ui divided by summation fi. Now see this formula properly. We are finding mean, but using which method? Step deviation method. So what we have done here is a. What is a? Assumed mean. And how do we find that assumed mean? by taking one of the middle value. So which middle value we have taken here? 45. C. Plus C. What is C? The width of the class interval, the class size. What is the C here in this case? C is 10. Into summation Fi ui. You have found the summation Fi ui by this addition. These two you have added, all these three. This also you have added, and this two is subtracted because there is a minus sign. So you got your 23. Then summation Fi is this, the sum of all this frequency. So now you have to substitute and find the answer. A is 45 plus C is 10, 23 by 50. Yes or no? C is 10, summation Fi ui is 23, and summation Fi is 50. So now this 0 and 0 cancel. Here no need to take the LCM. You can divide this separately. So when you divide 23 by 5, you got something like 4.6. So if you add, you will get 49.6. So this will be your mean. This is how you find the mean. So in this case, we have used a step deviation method, and this question has come in 2013 and 2006. Definitely you are going to get this type of question. It will be 4 marks, and believe me, this is one of the scoring section. If you focus on this and learn the steps properly, you can easily get 4 marks. Let us do one more problem, the same step deviation method, so that it becomes clearer to you. Okay, so I'm just trying to see one question for you. Okay, it has come in ICSE 2008. Okay, so same question. It is ICSE 2008. The weight of 50 apples. ICSE 2008. So I am not going to write the question. I am just going to solve this. There are in this case the data is given 80 apples. So you have to find the mean. Calculate the mean. So classes or the class interval is given like this: 80 to 85 up to 115. So 85 to 90, 90 to 95, 95 to 100, 100 to 105, 105 to 110, 110 to 115. It is like this. So we all know by now that second has to be left blank for what? For xi. Good. Xi is your class mark. Then we'll be taking the frequency. What is the frequency here? Let us write down the frequency Fi. That means 5, 8, 10, 12, 8, 4 and 3. Okay, so this is all. Now first of all let us find this xi. 80 plus 85 divided by 2. Now this will come in the decimal point, so you will get 82.5. Go on adding, you will get 87.5, 92.5, 97.5. Now this is a little bit lengthy, but here also, if you no need to add this and divide, just try to follow the sequence. It is increasing by 5, so just go on adding 5, you will get the answer. So that sequence you have to understand. So now in the third column, what to write? Ui. Good. Ui, the formula is xi minus a upon c. You can also write this as d, doesn't matter. So I am writing this again separately. A, you choose any one A from here. So we can choose as 97 point. This is exactly in the middle. So A is 97.5. Can you tell the value of C? What is the class size? 5. So let us find the first UI. What is the first XI? 82.5. 82.5 minus 97.5 divided by 5. Answer will always be negative. So how much will you get here? 7, 5, 15. Minus 15 you will get. If you cancel, you will get minus 3. So the first one is only here you need to calculate. So you will get minus 3. Now use the logic. No need to simplify like this. So after minus 3 you go on increasing the number. So what happens after minus 3? Minus 2. Yes. Then minus 1. 0, 1, 2, 3. It goes on like this. Now you have to go to the fourth column. In the fourth column, what you have to do? You have to find Fi Ui. Fi Ui means these two you have to multiply it. This is like this. Go on multiplying. Minus 15, minus 16, minus 10. Then you will get 0, 8 1s are 8, 4 2s are 8, 3 3s are 9. Then summation Fi is already given 50 apples in the question, so summation Fi will be 50. Summation Fi Ui. Look at summation Fi Ui. Add these three separately because all are minus. 25. 5 plus 11 minus 41. Okay, then you add this. 8 plus 8 16, 25. So you subtract minus 41, 6 minus 16 you will get. Why did you get minus 16 here? Because minus 41 is a bigger number and it will carry the sign of that bigger number. Minus 41 plus 25 is minus 16. This added all minus, this added 25, and again these two because you have to add everything. So now you have got summation Fi Ui, summation Fi you got. You know the value of A, that is your assumed mean, and you know the value of class size C. Sometimes you can take this as small d also. Now by step deviation method. So what is the formula of the mean by step deviation method? Mean is always written as x bar. Can you recall that formula? Yes, A plus C into summation Fi Ui divided by summation Fi. Now in place of A you substitute 97.5. C you got is 5. Summation Fi you got minus 16. Summation Fi is 50. So 97.5 plus into minus will become minus, it will be minus 1.6. So when you subtract that 97, you will get 95.9. Like this. See, you got 95.9. Your summation Fi Ui is minus, so its minus is substituted here. Okay, so this minus and plus becomes minus. This 50, it will cancel by 10. Then when you divide 16 by 10, it will be 1.6. Then you subtract this, then you will get 95.9. So this step deviation method is one of the most commonly used. Sometimes in the board exam, you will be asked only the questions like this. Calculate the mean weight. In this case, this is the weight. Okay, mean weight. So it is just asked the question, calculate the mean weight, but it is not mentioned by which method. So if it is not mentioned by which method, then you can choose any of the method, but this is the easiest method and it is the simplest. Answer will come faster also. If you try to solve this by direct method, then you have to imagine this multiplication. In the direct method, this portion will not be there. Only you have got Fi Xi. So try to multiply this. It will be very, very time consuming, and again you have to add that. So this is one of the easiest method, and in your board exam you will be asked only this. You will be asked only this type of question. Calculate the mean. In some of the cases, some of the frequency will be missing, that I will be discussing in the next class, that is on Monday. So for the time being, you go on practicing some of the questions by step deviation method from your textbook. Please solve by using the step deviation method. Thank you very much.